Interesting to note that during the first 2 weeks of this election, all of the other parties, all of them, have picked up on policies that are contained in Real Change 2015. I'm just going to run through a list of policies that we released a month ago that are now being adopted by the other parties. A Local Food Act, something that David has promoted. I think it's on second reading now, isn't it?
The second reading is coming week.
Okay. David presented as I think his first piece of legislation, no, second, it was Law and Voting Ages first, right? His second piece of legislation in the New Brunswick legislature was for a Local Food Security Act. It's in our document, and since then, all three parties have talked about local food and institutional buying and how important it is to stimulate the economy and provide jobs and improve the health not only of islanders but of the land itself. A local food economy, a Local Food Security Act is a no-brainer. It's in here, and now the other parties are talking about it. Raising the personal income tax exemption. It's in here. I've heard two other parties talk about that. The Liberals announced it a couple of days ago, and the NDP announced it, I think, yesterday. Anyway, two of the other parties have adopted that. A women's health clinic on Prince Edward Island. We know that only one other party is interested in that. A basic income guarantee. An idea which is profound in its potential for improving the lives of so many low and middle income islanders. Something which is in our platform and is now being discussed by the other parties, and I believe the NDP has also brought it out as a plank of their platform. An inquiry into PNP. Although it's in here, I called for that over 2 years ago in the very, very first press release I ever issued after I became the leader of the Green Party of Prince Edward Island, that we need a full public inquiry into the PNP. And here we are. As you might imagine, there's one party here that's not so keen on that, but everybody else has talked in sort of fairly insipid tones about we do need to have an inquiry. Whether that will actually happen or not remains to be seen. Whistleblower legislation. In our policy document, at least two of the other parties have suggested that we now need that. Bringing post-secondary institutions and municipalities inside FOI, it's in our policy document. It's now been adopted by, I think, again, two, perhaps three of all three other parties. So you could see our policies are being adopted everywhere. And that's cool. All of our policies are up for adoption. Every single one of them. Entering politics, people do it for a variety of reasons. If you're entering politics to win, if that's your goal, for whatever ego-stroking, personal ambition reason you have, then when people steal your ideas, you get upset. But if you enter politics because you want to make a difference, if you want to improve the lives of islanders, then fill your boots. These are just ideas. I, Peter Bevan Baker, am an instrument to present these ideas. The Green Party is a vehicle to present these ideas to islanders and say, look, this is what we think we need to adopt. These are the sorts of ideas that we think will make Prince Edward Island one of the best places in the world in which to live. I don't care whether they're followed through by the Green Party, or the NDP, or the Liberals, or the Conservatives, or anybody else. They're just good ideas and they're up for adoption. So I'm thrilled. I'm not sitting here angry that people are stealing our ideas. Not at all. I'm absolutely thrilled that the other parties recognize how good these ideas are and that they are adopting